that Satan's role in hell is mostly managerial. He oversees operations in each hellscape, as well as appoints demons to head up departments and special projects. He's even considering diversifying and opening up a small chain of artist anal pastry shops on Earth. I know it sounds like a terrible idea, but nobody tells Satan his ideas are bad unless they like being disemboweled. Nobody likes being disemboweled. People say he was much more free-spirited and anti-establishment in his younger days, always ranting about overthrowing heaven, but he changed after he settled down and had kids. Personally, it's hard for me to imagine a free-spirited Satan, but that was before my time. As for me, after I'd helped Satan with the last park malfunction, he promoted me to ride technician, and now I got to visit the parks as a corporate employee, which is only slightly worse than visiting them as a torture victim. After doing so well on the witch-themed hellscape, my next assignment was on one of the bigger parks, Envy. The Envy hellscape is reserved for people who sabotage others or otherwise lie, cheat, or steal to obtain success. The corporate culture in America and unrestricted capitalism really helped fill this park out with people who stepped on their coworkers' backs for a small raise and at least for a slightly less shitty Ford Escape. People in this hellscape are sentenced to carry a lethal knife in the back of each person they betrayed in life. The most ironic ride, and therefore Satan's favorite, is the one where they starve to death in a cage while watching others eat and drink outside, and this was the ride Satan wanted me to work on. I can still remember our conversation. "Hey Jerry," he flashed that big toothy grin he always had. "I was wondering if you could magic something up for me." "My name isn't Jerry, Satan. What do you want?" Classic Jerry. "You know the ride where people starve to death?" "Uh-huh. I guess I do now. What about it?" "I wanted to know if you could make the food they eat cause them to shit fire. Like literally. Food? I thought you just said they starve to death." No. The other people. Come on, Jerry. If you pull my leg, I'll have to pull yours too. Except I'll pull it all the way off. He slapped his knee and laughed at his own joke for a solid 20 seconds before continuing. "Just head out there and see if you can sort it out for me, alright, Jared?" I wondered if he really had forgotten what he had called me just 20 seconds ago, but I shook it off and made my way to the park. I had just finished placing a curse on the food when I felt a clawed hand clap me on my shoulder. "Hey, Gary, this looks great." I brought a guy from marketing over to take some pictures for the corporate website. "Gary, meet Jeff. Jeff, Gary." Satan gestured to a defeated-looking demon with a camera draped around his neck. "That's great, Satan, but my name's not..." Never mind. Wait, hell has a corporate website? Satan scratched at his goatee. "Well, no, not yet, but when we get one, we'll want to have tons of pictures. If we don't show people the good bits of hell, nobody will ever want to come." "You want to recruit people to hell with pictures of them shitting fire?" "Exactly. Just like that restaurant Taco Bell on Earth." "Satan, I don't think Taco Bell makes people literally..." Never mind. "Anyways, we'll leave Jeff to do the boring marketing stuff. You're coming with me to Wrath to help me magic some awesome stuff up. Great place, Wrath. You've ever been?" "I was there for 200 years. "No kidding. So you know what I mean." Before long, we arrived at Wrath. The gates creaked open, and I shuddered as I caught a whiff of the all-too-familiar scent of blood. "So here's my idea, Gary. Are you ready for this?" "Probably not, but go ahead." 2 words, Gary. Human shish kebab. Human shish kebab. Yes, just picture it. We stick a bunch of people on a stick with some bell peppers and maybe some cherry tomatoes. We can even use different colored people to make it look nice. What? Okay, But you need magic to hold the stick? No, 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 no. I already got a guy for that. Hey, buddy! You! Come over here. Gary wants to meet you. My jaw dropped as a man who jogged over to us, less than 10 feet tall of solid muscle. Gary, I'd like you to meet my good friend Gollum. Gollum? Gary. Gary? Gollum. It's Goliatha. I jumped at the sound of the stranger's booming voice. Goliatha? Are you sure? Anyways, Gary here's gonna help magic up your stick to keep people from falling off into the fire all the time. Satan turned to me. We can only keep people on that damn thing for a few weeks before the stick rips its way right through them. Anyway, you two sort it out and holler when you're done. I've got an important phone call, so I'll just be over there. With that, he jogged off. I glanced over when I finished to see Satan laughing along with a young demon college student twirling her tail around with his fingers. We're done over here, Satan, I yelled. He jogged back over, grinning. Great stuff, great stuff. Come on, Gary, he said, throwing his arm over me. He leaned in close and started talking in a low voice as we walked away. His breath smelled like coffee and brimstone. You may want to watch your back around Goliatha, he said. I wouldn't bend over around him either. It's a little too tempting for him, if you know what I mean. You mean he's a... That's right, Gary, he's a cannibal. Well, I don't really... Wait, what? Yeah, I lost 2 technicians to him last week. Ripped their heads clean off, spine and all. And he's not too happy with you either. You're the one that fixed it so he couldn't tear people off the stick anymore. Wait, but you just... Hold on. Why wouldn't I want to bend over in front of him because he's a cannibal? What, you've never heard of rump roast? Jesus, Gary, you know you're a little slow on the uptake sometimes. Okay, Satan, where to next? Gluttony, Gary. You're gonna love it there. It's great. Just great. Okay, so what do you want me to do there? 2 words, Gary. Exploding cheesecake.